Burn live, burn live, burn live, burn live, burn live, burn live. It's going down, baby. Burning through ashes trying to make common sense. Whatever you want to. Bird Live, y'all. Bird Live. What the heck?
I got
Come
the drum
on,
man.
dog. We just
It's
locked
empty.
up our first black person for setting off pipe bombs in the DC area. Okay. I just, you know what's crazy? I'm jokingly, okay. Today I'm be joking and I'm be serious at the same time. I promise you, you're not gonna know when, but I've been going on this little rampage, and I can't get rid of it because yet again the hypocrisy of the debate that I've been going through. It's been wonderful, but you know I think a lot of people are still delusional to the facts of life. The facts of life. There's a hole in your heart. I don't know how it go. Hey, shout out to everybody that be putting in the what's up. You know what I'm saying? If you say yo, you know, put in the comments. I will be posting it. I appreciate you. Y'all been coming through here. Really representing. I really appreciate it. Today is just really. I wish I ignored the title. I know, man or women who play more games and why. It's not a very good title to use. It's an old title for a show I was supposed to do 2 weeks ago, and Pass the Bud, pass the Dutchie. Who made that song? Pass the Dutchie and turn it all around. Okay, I'm sorry. Yesterday I went down. I watched a lot of videos about Tetris. I know. I'm a nerd, but I want to get away from comic books. I want to get away from politics for a minute. And there are things about Tetris I knew nothing about, ladies and gentlemen. Like, what's the highest board that y'all think is on Tetris? What's the highest level?
I know that there's a hard cap to how far you could progress in Tetris. I know this because me and you actually, since you're talking about the topic, we probably watched the same video on Tetris. How someone reached a high score, but you can't go
Uh,
any farther because it can't program that much.
no, I didn't see that one. I seen the kid that broke the highest score. And what? Hold on, let me go back because it was just last night, so it should be that far by history. The first perfect game in Tetris that ever happened.
Wait. You see the comment right there? Suck my
Yeah,
dick,
I seen
bitch,
it.
you a hoe? What the fuck? All right. Who's this motherfucker talking to?
I don't know. I normally ignore with stuff like that. It's easy for me to ignore.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I watched the first perfect game in Tetris, and then I watched the first 15-year-old kid that broke Tetris world records.
Okay.
And 40-minute videos. And like I said, I didn't know that the highest level in Tetris is 255. Didn't know that. I didn't even know you can go up to 100 in Tetris. Okay. And then they got levels called blackout levels, where it's really hard to see the block and what you do. And then the perfect score is where you get nothing but Tetris. The Tetris is like all 5 blocks. When you knock out that row, it's the 5 levels. But you just that's all you do is to knock out the 5s. You don't do no ones, no twos, no threes. It's just nothing but 5, and you got to do it 47 times, starting on level 18 and stuff like that. I was just like, damn, like to the part where you have kids in there with gloves doing like this
Yeah. Yeah.
so they can rotate their hands. I was like, man, like the most nerdiest game went so deep, and then the biggest world breakers was in the last 10 years
Hmm.
during the pandemic. It was a lot of people like breaking world records, kids, 15-year-old, grown, even though it's grown in all type of ages. But yeah, that was amazing. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah,
well,
you don't watch a lot of like speed running stuff, like speed running video games.
though I'm listen, you already know what I mainly watch about. It's politics, WNBA, and comic books. To be honest.
There's some cool shit out there, like this one guy that speed runs Hitman.
Uh-huh.
Like, the Hitman games, like
Yeah,
people speed run all kinds of shit and it's pretty cool. I've been watching a lot of speed running stuff lately.
straight. Um, I've been trying to find a good conspiracy theory rabbit hole to jump down just to come on there and be like, you know what? I got to talk about this. I've been looking for one couple of those. Uh, like I was telling somebody, my book face and my Instagram and like all my platforms are starting to change. They're all starting to be different. You know, um, my book face is a whole bunch of conspiracy theories and religion. Like I didn't know it. I don't know if I did it personally, like you know what I'm saying, but in that algorithm, that's what I'm starting to see a bunch of over there. Instagram is a bunch of basically that's where I get my memes from. Is Instagram. My Charlie Kirks. I'll just keep it real. My Charlie Kirks and all that stuff that goes on over there. But then my TikTok is full of all the deranged and weird people. And then
Yeah.
you know what? Like you said a while back, TikTok is where I get most of all my exaggerations. Like, what the fuck? There's no way that we finna sit up here on TikTok and believe this shit.
It's a fucking Chinese psyop. That's what TikTok is. It pushes the most outrageous people possible.
Yeah, I got some weird names over there on TikTok. I'm not gonna bring them all up, you know. But I got some names over there, and I promise you, it should be suspended. They shouldn't even be allowed. I got a name that shouldn't even be allowed, but yet again, they allow it. They really allow it. Like I'm strolling right now, 100. I'm strolling on Bookface, just they shorts. And I ain't gonna lie, a lot of it is flat Earth theory. Yeah, a lot of it right now is flat Earth theory. That's crazy. When I want to go down a rabbit hole, and I know I go on Bookface, I can't find it. When I get off of here and I go down that rabbit hole, it's right there. It is right there. That should be killing me. That'd be kill it. Oh, what the hell? So, have you heard about this January 6th pipe bombing guy?
What happened? The guy that was setting off pipe bombs on January 6th, or setting off
Yeah,
pipe bombs. I know something about it, yeah.
you know something about him. So you know he's been caught, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think so.
No, he just got caught.
Oh, he just got caught?
He just got caught. And
Mm. Okay.
right? Now that we got the suspect in hand,
That vape is killing your immune system? Okay. I like your comments. They're interesting today.
thank you. You know, it seems like they come up in here what I don't share out. Cause like right now, I just share out no content like what I normally would do. I haven't shared out nobody. So whoever comes in here, they're really finding me. Please like, subscribe, do all that book face thing, do all that YouTube stuff. I appreciate it. We go live. We talk about it all. We talking about it. So, like I was saying, they found the guy, and the narrative of what this guy looks like just doesn't fit the narrative. It's like, is this the guy? Is this my brother?
That's a white
Am I
woman?
my brother's keeper? Ah, Buddy Demon. Am I my brother's keeper? Stop playing. I think we have covered, and I'm only talking about this. I'm bringing this up to make this point because I think today's society that this so-called narrative that people are supposed to be a part of ain't happening. It's not around no more. We can hang it up. That narrative thing has to be broken apart because yet
What
again,
narrative?
narrative that certain people don't do certain things, crimes are not committed by a certain group of people because yet again, this is not of their nature. Nah, we got to stop that. We gotta stop that. And it's not everybody because
Okay.
you know I'm not pointing my finger at you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not pointing. But we gotta stop.
Okay. I'm listening, yeah.
Because I think black people have been breaking records since record players was playing. Like every time we look up, we doing something that's I'm assuming I guess we say out of the ordinary. Pipe bombs here, snipers on highways over there, getting adapted to Islam terrorists. So yet again, you know what I'm saying, part of Oklahoma back in the 90s, Oklahoma bombers. Yes, there was some. Okay. So it's just like this narrative that we black people, it's always the white people come and attack us. Nah, no. We starting to hold on. Let me put this up. We're starting to lash out. We're starting to break the chain. We're starting to show
Well,
that we're
You got to
Uh,
get 7 days. You got to get 7 days on here to talk about this, man. I feel like this would be a very interesting conversation with him.
what I've been going through in the last 48 hours, I wouldn't. It. You know what I'm saying? Nah, because I wouldn't be for the bullshit. I don't want to hear all that white supremacist bullshit. I don't want to hear none of that because yet again, what I just heard 2 nights ago came out of a lady's mouth of something that was put into place in order, 3 strike rules. I don't want to hear shit.
Okay.
I really don't want to hear shit until a person can sit up here and admit and say, yes, my white supremacist theory happens, but yet again, I'm still gonna say fault for us doing what we did to each other in our neighborhoods. I'm not gonna say the hood. If we're gonna point at them, point at ourselves too. That's what if you're gonna point at anybody, point at yourself. You can't point at yourself, then put your fingers down. I'm tired. Because yet again, as long as we point at a boogeyman that hides up under your bed that does not exist, because yet again, a boogeyman needs a name. And people just gonna say the government. And I will agree with anybody to say that the government is corrupt. I do not trust the government just as much as you don't trust the government. But I'm not
Yeah,
gonna sit up there. Go ahead.
I was just watching a video from this guy FD Signifier, and I I didn't finish the video on my live stream, so maybe that's why. But I was gonna say I don't necessarily understand the point of his opening or of what he was talking about. He was talking something about Charlie Kirk, but
Want to bring it up?
he, here I just put it in the little side chat, the studio chat. I mean, it's a 2 hour long video. I don't think that we're gonna get through it, but
No, we're not gonna get
he
through it. But you
was
said the beginning. We just go for the beginning.
okay. You could watch it from the beginning. Hold on.
Where's it at? That's why I'm saying send it. Cindy, Cindy, Cindy.
Here, hold on. Here, hold on. I'm so sorry. I gotta go right now.
All right.
Sorry, my bad. I'll catch you later.
Yep. I lose more friends this way. Which is okay. It's okay. Understandable, dog. You know, people got things to do. You gotta understand it, dog. I'm tired. But I say I'm tired because yet again, news coverage like this coming out all the time. I mean, I'm gonna play the news coverage so y'all can get understanding what I'm saying.
The feds announcing yesterday they cracked the case after years of no progress. They credit a reinvigorated investigation under President Trump for helping to capture 30-year-old Brian Cole Jr. of Virginia.
The break comes after the FBI re-examined evidence they already had for years.
This case languished. It sat there for 4 years collecting dust. No one did anything to solve this. A new team gathered on this case. Old evidence, new people, great police work. That's all it is. Good old-fashioned police work. And it solved a case that right from where I'm sitting, this bomb was planted at the RNC, a pipe bomb at the DNC. They were real. Thank goodness they didn't detonate.
We start off our coverage this Friday afternoon with our justice correspondent, David Spunt. He's live here in Washington. Hi, David.
Hi, John. Good afternoon. We expect this court appearance to be a quick initial appearance, though we may find out more information about the suspect himself. We can now report that he admitted to planting the bombs, this according to multiple sources briefed, 1 month from today would mark 5 years, half a decade since these pipe bombs were placed outside both the DNC and RNC. Now, Brian Cole Jr. charged with transporting an explosive device in interstate commerce, as well as the attempted malicious destruction by means of explosive.
Somebody tell me, which I know can't nobody tell me, but I know it's some black supremacists out there that's watching. I know it's some black supremacists out there that can tell me what systemic racism, systematic problem affected this guy right here. What's systematic? Who did it to him? I know there's a black guy that already knows, already got the ends, already has the ends. If I threw mud up in the sky and I walked away and it hit you in the face, did I assault you or did the sky assault you? If I threw mud in the sky, I just threw it up in the air. I didn't even know you was right there. I just threw it up, walked away, kept going. You walked past, it hit you in the face. Did I assault you or did the sky assault you? I say that by saying that we look at a system that has to be taught. So systematic racism, who teaches us that a systematic racism hurts us? Because we need to be taught this. This is something that once you figure out, you would teach somebody that, right? You be like, hey, this system over here is disingenuous and we need to vote on it, right? We will vote, we will protest, we will do whatever it takes to get it changed, because we can prove that it was racism towards us. And I believe, and I'm under the influence, that if that happens, that it wouldn't be hard to get a bunch of people to join. The Million Man March. Anybody remember that? Am I showing my true age? Do you remember the Million Man March? Because I'm 40 years old. So the Million Man March wasn't that long ago. I don't remember exactly the year. I'm not going to even lie to you. But I remember the big commotion behind it. The Million Man March was what year?
The Million Man
1995.
March was held in 1995,
October.
specifically on October 16th.
October 16th. 1995. This is 2025. It's amazing. Amazing. We don't talk about it. We don't bring it up. You don't hear about it. Why you don't hear about it? Why they don't talk about it? Us, they, whoever, however you want to look at this. Black people, brown people. Those, as Denzel would say, my nigga. They don't talk about it. One of the biggest movements, monumental movements that has ever been done in the Black community in America that was positive We don't celebrate. We don't talk about it. I'm going to bring this up on Talk of the Tick, and I guarantee I'm here because it's some white man. And I'm going to laugh just like I just did right there. I'm going to laugh like I just did right there. Why am I laugh? Because I'm saying it was a Million Man March. It was a bunch of black people. Why am I going to look for a white person to celebrate something that black people did? Black people came a part of. It's amazing. It's amazing. We had a bunch of speakers, people united. And I'm saying today and age and time and era, it's probably way more easier to put an event together like that. Way more easier. Hey, friend, let's have a Million Man March. You call your friends, you post, you tell a friend to post. Oh my God, social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, OnlyFans Club. Sorry. I know when I said OnlyFans, it went over so many people's head. They like, what? I don't get it. It's the fact of uniting people together to make a cause. I feel like will be way more easier today because of social media and platform. I can't even name you celebrities that showed up to the Million Man March. 1995 celebrities? And yeah, celebrities were there, probably, most likely, for sure. You hear them talking about it? Other countries, they talk about their days and their countries, and they're respectful, and they don't let it die down. They don't let it die down. Hey, my Mexican people, they fought for the rights to have their country. The Spanish War, they talk about it so much, they don't forget. I would never forget. Hey, my amigo, I get it. Don't forget. The Irish, they talk about their war that they went through before they was cast out, came over here to America. Hey, I get it. Cubans talk about their war that they had in their country before they came here and we opened up our doors. They still talk about it to this day. They talk about it. They don't let it hold them back. They acknowledge it. They don't let it hold them back. They cheer on it, understanding the sacrifices that their families took for them to have the freedom that they have today. But they don't call it the boogeyman that's under their bed. It's not the boogeyman. I guess today I'm not going to have my little theatrical song like I normally would have came up with. Because normally I would have had my song rocking and rolling. I don't know what it's going to be. Hopefully I'll come up with it. $2027, $2028. I know what it is. Y'all know how I talk. Y'all know how it is. I'm looking at, I look at the news just like y'all look at the news. I look at social media. somewhat how y'all look at social media. I don't look at people's livelihoods. I couldn't tell you who's pregnant, who got a divorce. I don't know. I don't know things like that. Even though the other night, me and the cookie, me and Lonnie, now we did find out that Tyler Perry, $260 million lawsuit because he trying to spin and being some white guy. Oh, I told y'all people didn't know about that. I told y'all. Huh? You didn't know? Covered it last night, second half. Just thumbed across my thing, me and Larry. I was like, wow. 250 mil. The what?
You said he was trying to spin and being a what?
Huh? A waitress. Waiter. A waiter. Sorry. Let me correct myself. Allegedly.
With the hard ER at the end.
Oh, hold on. Stop. Ladies and gentlemen, I told y'all when somebody point down that rabbit hole, I will go. I won't go unless somebody points. I got people people pouring like I think they think that I'm buffooning, which is okay. Laugh at me. It's all right. I don't mind people laughing at me. Because when you laugh with me and I show you this report, I guarantee you ain't gonna think it's funny. But yeah, I'm not gonna go to just anybody. I'm gonna go to a lawyer. Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do when I do this. I go to lawyers. Go to the big dog. Yes. Now, I'm gonna go a little backwards because I kind of remember where stuff at. I'm gonna go a little backwards, y'all. First of all, let me blow this up for people because I don't think people can see what I see before I even get into what I'm gonna get into. So I'm gonna blow it up for y'all. Bow, bing. Okay, check that out. All right. I need y'all to look at number 2. Okay, before we get into the 260. So remember, I don't know nothing about this. This is all allegedly. I don't know. But this lawsuit is really going down because y'all ain't saying we see the papers. But yet again, you see 3 names up there. Okay? Names. That's like one's been locked up for a nice little minute. One's got 5 years and like, okay, so y'all see that, right? Y'all see that? Now, this is where I had started it at yesterday because I was under the influence, ladies and gentlemen, that this guy was going to speak the news coverage. I'm like, oh yeah, y'all, we got news coverage. You know what I'm saying? My lawyer, my resources got the news coverage. Huh? Let me put this to where y'all can see now. Let me put this so y'all can see this is not mine. Hold on. I'm doing a little too much. You know what I'm saying? The lead attorney on YouTube. Go check him out. Let me put it right there so y'all can see. All right. Now, this is where I started at. Like I said, I thought I was going to get news coverage. But when I heard this exclusive word, when I heard it like this, I was like, okay. This is what time it is.
I think they were talking about he was 28 years old. So this nigga old as hell to be. He does not look 28. But you know, he got that jawline that Tyler Perry's all about. He got that what do they call it? That scruff right there.
Oh, that's the guy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
this the victim. Ladies and gentlemen, this the victim. Okay. I just want to make sure that's clear. Okay, I just want to make sure this is the beginning.
Stop making sexual references, Tyler.
Oh yeah, here we go. I knew I had went too far. Let me what I'm telling you, y'all. I want y'all to hear what I heard. Okay? I want y'all to hear what I heard.
That what do they call it? That scruff right there. I don't know how to do this. But this is the dude that we're talking about, and we all know Tyler Perry. So why wasn't he so quick to say, no, Tyler? Stop making sexual references, Tyler. Stop inviting me over your house, Tyler. Wait a minute. Stop grabbing my balls. Stop grabbing them. You're pulling my drawers down.
Huh? Huh? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the jury, this is where I started it off. I was like, huh? All I did was just read the title. Bombshell 260 million sexual assault lawsuit exposed. I was like, this is 4 hours. I'm not going to go too deep into it. This is the victim right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the victim. I was like, okay, cool. We got the victim. You know, let me hear a little bit. You know, but yet again, my resources say, what? I'm gonna play it one more time because I don't think I'm playing for the people in the back. For people in the back.
So why wasn't he so quick to say, no, Tyler?
No, Tyler.
Stop making sexual references, Tyler.
Huh?
Stop inviting me over your house, Tyler. Wait a minute. Stop grabbing my balls. Stop grabbing them. You're pulling my drawers down. Why is your mouth open? Tyler, he never said no.
I'm telling you, like I told them, don't want to be rich and famous. I don't want nobody tucking up a tug coat, talking about, hey, you got some big lips. You know, but can I don't want to hear it. Don't want to be around it. So the rich and the famous now, like, get champagne up there that you choose, and y'all can have that. Tyler Perry is a billionaire. Now he's getting sued for 260. White man, this white man finna be famous. That boy finna be sucking dicks and dick sucking and sucking other dicks around the dicks. I don't know. Hey, it's not my world. I don't live in it. But yet again, y'all, this is just a story. I'm just saying, like, we gotta stop saying people do what they, you know, when we hear a story, it's no more like, oh, we it was the race system. It was the racism system. It was like I say, the boogeyman. Why I can't come up with a song? Y'all lucky I ain't got a song. I know it's Christmas time, but I don't want to bring up Mr. Grinch. He don't. I'm gonna say that for a different episode. But it's amazing to me, and the whole premises of what I've been seeing and what I've been hearing lately is just the difference of that we cannot take responsibility no matter who we are for what we done, because therefore our fingers ain't a pointing. We're not pointing fingers. And I never want to point fingers. I just want to take accountability so we can change. Say, hey, we did this happened, so hey, we can move forward. I'm going to say this dumbly, but maybe we need to start celebrating the 80s. Maybe we need to start putting it on blast how fun it was back in the 80s and the songs and the music and all the, maybe we need to put it on blast. We worried about, because we try to put out a movie, and the only movie that we can get past, or movie that shed a light on the evilness and the corruption that we did. So you're trying to tell me corruption, crime happened for real, okay? It really happened in the 80s. Not only did it happen in the 80s, but you made movies, New Jack City, Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, Poetic Justice. I think people will say these are very good movies. Above the Rim. A lot of people would say these are bomb movies. A Time to Kill. Mississippi Burning. You put these movies in our faces to remind us of when we was going through it, as we were going through it. Because most of these movies came out in the 90s. Okay, the 80s and the 90s wasn't a too far difference of a transition of a phase. One was a crack era, the other one was a gang era that benefit off the crack era. You put it in movies. So a person like me that grew up, watched it. Okay, that happened. Oh my God, it happened outside. I remember a brother killed his brother over income taxes during a dice game in a hallway, in a alleyway. Yet again, you put in a movie Friday a dice game where a person got punked out of money. He ran, and what's the famous word? You got knocked the fuck out. Shout out to Ice Cube. Very good movie. Not saying nothing wrong with the movie, but you reminded me of how it was in the hood. I guess I should have had PTSD, huh? Should have been waking up at night, but oh, capiche, it's only Tuesday. you got to go to work. It's Tuesday. You got to go clock in. I stay in Nevada. I shouldn't even want to go in a casino and see no dice. Hey, Capiche, you want to go shoot dice? Ah, dice. 7-Eleven. Oh my God. I should not. Am I going too far? I know I am. I know I am. But I should not want to go. I should not want to go inside no 7-Elevens. Black, ooh, Jesus. You sound how ridiculous that sounds? Oh, chicken and watermelon. Why is we still eating at churches and Popeye? You see how stupid Capiche sounds stupid. I know I sound stupid. Because yet again, it was the white man. Systemic racism. So yet again, I have to sound stupid because yet again, that's the only way people listen and be like, okay, maybe just maybe you got a point. You know, maybe Black people are just not doing the same thing they were doing in 1842. Because if you listen, but then when you listen, and yet again, people say I don't listen, but yet again, I sit there and listen. When you listen to the stories, they will tell you all the time of 1872 and 1776 and 1542 and 1382 AD. Okay, I exaggerated. I'm sorry, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you gotta get it. When people put down dates and numbers and times and stuff like this and references, it was like, okay, cool. All right. It's a date, that's a time. Then you go look up things that were happening. Not only in the hood, you go look outside the hood, you go look at the wars that was happening, World War II, and you go look at the Jim Crow law that was happening on in that times, and or you go look at the Great Depression that was happening. You go look at them burning down Black Wall Street. You go look at history. You be like, okay, yes, these things happen too. You know what I'm saying? But then you also see that laws would change. So things like that would never ever happen again. Because yet again, those things are tragedy. And this is me admitting that things like that did happen in history. Because yet again, history is history. So December 5th, 2025, for the 100th time, this is where I be feeling like the president of the United States when he had to decline white nationalists. It's like I always have to sit up here and admit that, yes, I admit that slavery was bad. It was wrong. But it happened. It was legal. You see how you look at both sides of the coin? And that's my biggest irritation is like and I think that's it right there. I think that's the nail in the coffin. You don't look at both sides of the coin. You only want to see the quarter for the heads because the heads got the white man on. Do that make sense? You can't tell me that don't make sense. That makes common logical sense. You don't want to look at both sides of the coin. You only want to look at the head. Why? Because it's a white man on that side. And it's easy to blame. There he is right there. He's on the quarter. You don't want to flip it on the other side and look at the eagle or look at the states or whatever's on the other side. Because you know why? Because the other side is a totally different picture. And when you look at the other side of that coin, and you flip it back over and you look at that side of the coin, you get to compare. You get to observe. Like, wow, okay, wow. Shit. You didn't tell me about that side over there. Well, I didn't have to tell you about that side over there. Is that it? That was it? So nobody over there helped us do nothing? I'm going to say this live real quick because I don't think I said this on my show yet. I never really said too much things positive about Joe Biden. But what I just learned 2 days ago, and I feel like I really have to get this lady somehow onto my show. I would shed tears of joy if I can get that to happen. So you can hear her story of an era and what she had to do in the fight. That would see, you heard me, I'm getting emotional. Because yet again, I was 5 years old. I'm 5 years old, and a lady that's over 500 miles away. I don't think nobody can imagine that. A lady that's over 500 miles, some of y'all over 10,000 miles away. Some of y'all closer. Was fighting for my rights and my freedom to play as a kid in the streets. And you real 90s babies, you real 90s babies. I'm talking about you born in 91, 92, 93, 94. I'm talking about you. This lady in 1987 was fighting for your streets to be safe. Because at a time, in that time, early 90s, gang banging was, oh my God, everywhere. Everywhere. But then you're gonna hear, oh, it wasn't everywhere. Oh, well, it was everywhere. It was flooding enough communities where you couldn't go out and play. I remember having a friend that every time we played outside, he kept a gun under the light. We're playing kickball in the street. And I'm talking about right in front of my street, because guess what? I couldn't go down the street. I couldn't go around the corner. I couldn't play the next block over. So when we play right there. My auntie looking right outside. Okay, I see you, nappy head little boy. Capisce? You right there. Street lights come on. You better be on this porch. Matter of fact, you better be brushing your teeth in the bath, getting ready for bed when the street lights come on. But a lady back in 1987 that lost her loved ones, they had to bury all three of her kids in a matter of 5 years. That lost her kids with another parent that was out there with them at the same time. That knew that gang violence was very high and running rapid at the time. And Sleepy Joe, ladies and gentlemen, you heard me, Sleepy Joe. He wasn't asleep right then. He was wide awake. Took a bill. Yes, he may have corrupted it to his advantage. Yes, he got paid off of it, but he signed off on it. He brought it up to legislation. And he got Bill Clinton. So think about how long that took. And that's what people don't want to take into the math, because yet again, I understand you was going through the problem. You like, fuck the math. I was going through the problems. I was ducking bullets like we was playing dodgeball in middle school. We was playing duck the bullets like you was playing hide go seek with your best friend around the hood. A lady, 4 ladies, California, gang started. Could not fight the streets with her hands or with the guns because she knew the outcome. It almost sounded like I was trying to rhyme. I wasn't trying to rhyme. Took a pen, an ink pen, and got to work and worked hard to get a bill passed to help save the streets. And today, Black people that don't know that story will hear that story for the very first time and still spit in the face of that bill. Now, this is where I say, people say, like, Capiche, you don't listen, you don't learn, you don't digest what you hear. Huh? Are we serious? Are we serious right now? Because I sat there and listened, put my thing on mute, heard the whole story, teared up, shedded a tear. Just to hear another person speak up right after and say, after all of that, what you go through and you went through, and you told her that you had to get the signatures and all of that to get the bill signed. How do you get rid of systemic racism? The lady gave you the sauce, and people say, I don't listen. But yet again, this lady gave us the sauce with the ingredients with a 50% discount, because she said, if you ever need questions or anything, please call her or hit her up. Her and Charles. Go follow them on TikTok. I really got to remember her name, because yet again, I just met her. And it stuck with me so much that I've been talking about it for the last 2 days. Appreciating the hard work that I wish she did not have to go through. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the jury, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever time you're watching this. I'm your host, Capiche. This is the Burn Live. We burn through conversations and ash out common sense. Have a good day. Bye-bye.